to take over from Kenya Kwanza.
And a network of women rights organizations across Africa convening under the umbrella of Africa Women and Gender Constituency is today holding a pre-summit meeting to deliberate on the collective stand of African women in the upcoming Africa Climate Summit in Nairobi. The meeting seeks to take stock and amplify achievements by the African Women and Gender Constituency after the 2022 UNFCCC COP27. Let's now cross over live and listen in.
Grid for people, places in Kenya like Rusinga Island, surely they don't have electricity. They would need a mini grid to power them. And we also need to think about the process of how we are going to manage these mini grids or these off-grid or decentralized solutions. So there are a few other things I want to mention. So number one, of course, we are calling for more financing, increased investment in renewable energy, and of course we're saying that the skill development, it has to be skewed towards our lived realities, our current realities and the like, and of course decentralized renewable energy. And of course when we're thinking about this aspect of this, there's a big word called divestment. We know that it just means not investing in these renewables. And so what would that entail? You know, at the moment Kenya is struggling because fuel prices have shot to the roof. Why? Because the subsidies, the incentives, the fiscal incentives that have been given, that used to be given to companies, they're no longer being given on oil and all of that, to populations. They're no longer being given. So you see how it's hurting us. We need to think about how we can improve that for our people. But these new subsidies for new plants, we don't need any more new subsidies. And no new licenses, sorry. And yeah, I'm done, Faith. I mean it. Okay, then quickly, no new licenses, no new subsidies for fossil fuel companies because they are already loaded. And we must think about participation and well-being of communities at the heart of the just energy transition. We know there are stories about Niger Delta, about it's called gas flaring. Yeah, we know. Do you know it has such an effect, a profound effect on your life, because it affects how your body regulates normal rhythm. So we have to think about all of these things. But even new investments like the Lake Turkana wind power, it can't just come in and displace communities. So there has to be a balance. And then we have to also think about fair, just energy transition plans. A lot of countries are coming up with those, and critical minerals trade, and I think Mukupa touched on that. So I want to thank you. I appreciate this panel, and I want to thank you for this opportunity.
Excellent. Such a diverse team. I like the level of expertise on that team and how everyone has really been able to unpack the different topics that they were assigned to address. Thank you very much, Anne, for that. I think you raised very, very critical points, but it all brings us back to the issue around reforming the system. And I think one of the things that a lot of feminists...
All right, and the African Climate Week commences tomorrow all the way to Friday. President William Ruto is expected to officially open the week with more than 24 heads of state and government expected to jet into the country for that important conversation on how African countries can come together to address the issue of climate change. We now take a quick breather right here at Weekend at 1. Don't go too far. We still have more news lined up for you. Stay with us.